Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now, this card is going to be me playing along with Craft Roulette episode 204. And I had all of the elements already laying on my desk because I was working on something else, which we'll talk about in a minute, except for stamped background. And so I brought in this background panel die. It's stitched quilted background die here. And I brought in my Pine Needles Distress Oxide ink, and I inked up that background panel and stamped that and ran it through my die cutting machine and pressed it in, and this is what I came up with. And you can see I've got some ink in the centers of those, and that's why it's kind of messy, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to use it, and most of my elements will cover it up, and we'll go from there. So the elements of this are Project Thinking of You, Colors Fairy Tale, element here or ear, and then random stamped background. So I've got my stamped background. I'm just going to bring in my top folding A2 size card base and get it scored. Now you saw me there messing kind of with my thumb. I've got a piece of tape on there because I cut my hand there earlier with my pokey tool as I was working with all the elements that were already on my craft desk before the show started. So what I was working on was Kendra's Card Challenge March 2024 bonus printables. And I had all of that laying there. I had to clean it off so I had room to make this video. But I had it all laying there. I had die cut, fussy cut, had everything ready to go, all the paper. And then when I saw the elements of here or ear, I knew that I could use the materials that were laying on my desk because I've got this leprechaun and he has got some crazy looking ears on there. So I'm just going to use that. And I've got this shamrock pattern paper here, and I've got this yellow and white gingham that I love, and I've got my little leprechaun. And I'm just going to layer them up. I'm using sketch 15 of Kendra's Card Challenge, and I'll put a copy of that in the window for you so that you can check it out and actually see the sketch. And then I'll just get this laid down on there. And so I've got my stamped background parameter taken care of. I've got my element of ears. Here's the, I'm just showing you the bonus printable where I got these materials, and this is sketch 15, and I've popped it up there in the window for you. And the colors are supposed to be fairy tale. Now I think leprechauns and the pot of gold is more of a folklore type thing, but I think I can stretch that for my colors and use that. And then all I have left is the Thinking of You sentiment, and you can see up there on the top of my desk I've got You Can Do It, and I think I'm thinking of you, and I think you can do it, and I think that will meet that element as well. So I've got all of my elements for the episode tonight met. So I'm just cutting some strips. The sketch calls for a 1/4 of an inch strip, but these are 1/8 of an inch, and I'm going to go with it. It also calls for 2 different types of pattern paper, but I'm just going to use the one, and because I just want to keep it simple and easy. And tonight's card was simple and easy, and I was satisfied with it first go around. I actually just kind of sat there relaxingly watching the show and assembling this, and I did actually finish this card before the show was over, just because I had all the materials handy and I could just quickly visualize what I was going to do. The ears was the jumping off thing. When I looked at my leprechaun ears, I knew that I was going to head in this direction with the parameters. So I'm just getting my strips laid down, and I'm going to trim them off so that I can use them on the other end. Mary had created a card with a couple of really cute bunnies, and it was super, super cute. And then Libby had the elephants that was just darling. And so it was really fun to watch. Earlier in the day, I had my husband and I had shampooed our carpets. So and he had gone somewhere. Oh, he had a track meet. And so I was just kind of banished to my craft room because the carpets were all wet, and so it was just fine with me. And so I'd been spending a lot of time, and I was working on that March 24 bonus printable from Kendra and getting everything cut out. And so I was just enjoying some free time in my craft room with nothing else to do. And so I'm just going to get this clipped off, and this will take care of our, actually I think I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of these strips that I cut off here and add a third strip. And like I said, the sketch doesn't call for 3, it only calls for 2, but I'm just going to get it laid down on there. Actually, I think it does show 3 on the sketch. It's just a real thin strip, and it's not pattern paper. It's just a piece of plain paper that you could bring in for it. So I guess it does have 3 on there. So we'll just lay this down, and then we'll bring in our focal point. Now, a lot of times I might make 2 cards for Craft Roulette because I'm not satisfied with maybe the first one I made. And when I make 2 cards for Craft Roulette, I actually make 2 videos. And so I wind up, once I determine which one I like and I want to submit, I'll usually scrap the second one's video, or the one that I didn't choose video, and just scrap it. And then, because I usually try to do a process video for all of my Craft Roulette cards. I've done, this is number 45 for me. This will be the 45th one I've submitted. And I think I maybe only have 44 videos. I think it's because I made one of them a short, and you can't use shorts for the process videos on Craft Roulette. So I maybe only have 44 videos. Maybe 43. I don't know if I did the very first one. So I'll have to check that out. But I've definitely got some videos, process videos on the channel. I just have fun with it. I enjoy it. It gives me some content, and it's a lot of fun. So I've got my "You Can Do It" sentiment, and I had originally thought I'll put it on the inside, but I thought, you know what, this will work. I've got plenty of space here on the corner. I can tuck it in and lay it down. Now I've got 3 layers there of 110-pound cardstock, because I used 110-pound cardstock to print the pattern papers and the elements from Kendra's bonus. And so I need to pop this up on 2 sides so that it'll lay flat. So that's just what I'm doing. And I actually doubled up the foam tape that I have so that it would lay good and flat. And I'm just going to get this pushed down there on that corner. And I've got all of the elements in place for the card. So I'm just going to bring in some enamel dots, and I'm going to use them to help cover up some more of those splotches. Now I've got the pink and main and gold, and I brought these cat scrappiness yellow ones in to check them out. I like them. I think they look good on there, but I decide to go ahead and use the gold ones from pink and main, and I'll just get them laid down on my card base. And I actually decide to put several of them on there, just strategically placed to cover up some of those blotches and finish up my card. So, and one got away. I had to chase it across my desk. That happens periodically. And you can see I've got 5 laid there at the top and 2 at the bottom, and that'll finish off my card. And I think it turned out really cute. I'm just going over all the elements there. I've got my ears, my sentiment, my stamp background, and my color scheme. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.